Hi everyone, welcome to Cheshire Voices for Equality Association's engagement site. This is a really exciting opportunity to learn and discuss issues marginalised groups face whilst living in Sandbach in Cheshire. So I hope there are useful takeaways from this for everyone really. So I'm 20 years old and currently living in Birmingham to study philosophy, religion and ethics at university. I grew up in Sandbach from the ages of sort of 5 or 6 till 18, and I first came across videos of police brutality in America on social media during high school. For me, growing up in Sandbach meant experiencing racism and microaggressions was quite common, and I felt really inspired by the Black Lives Matter activists in America speaking out against racism. I feel like we all have a role to fill, and sort of ours this year was organising a protest in an area that wouldn't typically have one. So on the 4th of July 2020, I sat with a Black Lives Matter placard in the middle of Sandbach. At the time, we were shouted at, we were told we would be shot, we were told that segregation was a good thing, that we were too stupid and young to be protesting. Many people told me I was being prejudiced and racist against white people. We saw many other microaggressions enacted by people who walked past, including glaring and shaking their heads at us. These aren't the scariest instances of racism I've experienced in Sandbach whilst growing up here. There was also a huge online backlash to that first protest, which included doxing me, threatening to attend subsequent protests with weapons, and quite a bit more. We faced misogyny, ableism, sexism, adversity from local councillors, from the police, and at some points it did feel like it came from everywhere. However, people in Sandbach also showed resilience, and so many people did the right thing and supported us in many different ways. And part of that was Keely and Mia became involved in the planning of the protests after the first one. We organised more protests, culminating with the event on the 29th of August, which had over 200 people attending. Without them, the protests couldn't have happened. They played such an intrinsic role throughout the planning processes. And now there's a thriving community of people dedicated to being anti-racist, all working in Sandbach now. I'm passionate about making sure the work of Black activists from the past, in the present and for years to come reaches rural areas, and I hope anyone who comes to this site leaves with something new or thought-provoking to take with them. When I'm not advocating for social justice, I work part-time as a tutor, and I like to run competitively as well. So I hope you like the site, and I hope it helps people and it does something meaningful for the community. Yeah, thanks.